Hello everybody and welcome to the Just Play Stellaris with the new MegaCorp expansion. I luckily got a pre-release copy from the kind people of Paradox and I was really excited to play this, so I decided let's get out a good old Let's Play. So let's start a new game. And I've been playing around a little bit with this and we're gonna play with this race as well. So let's go and edit so we can see what it exactly is. Well, the appearance is just one of the regular humanoid ones. Well, our species name is the Cevelli. I just randomized them. That sounds pretty cool. We use the standard humanoid name list. And now for our traits, because the traits have changed a little bit, because a lot changed in this patch/expansion. So, we are sedentary, but perhaps it's better to start out with our government and ethics, because this is the MegaCorp expansion. So I did decide to play as a corporate authority, which pretty much means corporate governments are organized as a massive commercial enterprise that's completely supplanted the role of the state. But I didn't want to play just any normal corporate one, because there are some cool civics in here. You can be the gospel of the masses, which pretty much means that you are a spiritualistic mega corporation, and it's interesting. And we decided to go with the other one, and that's the criminal heritage. This mega corporation can trace its origins back to a crime syndicate that eventually grew powerful enough to supplant all forms of local government. So we cannot form commercial pacts or join federations, but what we can do is build branch offices on planets of any regular empire they have no war or active truce with. So we want to be peaceful with people, and crime on branch office planets increases the branch office value, and we can build special crime increasing corporate buildings. So what we want is be peaceful with everybody around us, but also want their planets to be a big crime infested planet pretty much, and we're gonna help that along with building some buildings up there. So we are a criminal heritage kind. Our corporation started out as a criminal kind of thingy, and now we are here ruling this entire planet, going into space. We also have private prospectors. Building better worlds is a hazardous work, but this mega corporation relies on private prospectors to chart and establish footholds on promising planets. We get a private colony ship from that, and an administrative cap of 20 extra. What that means we will show later on a bit. There were some other ones: brand loyalty for extra unity, franchising, free trade, media conglomerate, ruthless competition, and trading post. But this was the most fun to me. Now with that in mind, let's go over to our ethics. We are completely materialist. We are a mega corporation. In my mind, that screams like fanatic materialist. Above all, we crave the material stuff. We want to have everything. And also because we don't want to be in any wars and such like that, because we want to establish branch offices, and just from the inside out with the crime, we want to ruin our competition. I also decided we should be pacifists. We don't want war, we don't want to fight. Fight is a waste of money and resources. We probably will have some defensive ships and everything like that, but our strategies will mostly focus on the defensive. We do not want to have any offense. People are going to be pissed at us sometimes, and we're going to defend ourselves, sure. But we want peace with everybody as much as we can. Now let's go back to the traits. So, we are, of course, thrifty. Members of this species are instinctively economical and are always looking to make a good profit. Whatever corners need cutting. I thought that would just fit so well with us. We also like our own place where we are, mostly. So we don't have much income from migration, and resettlement is more expensive, and we are physically weaker than average. We aren't that great of a fighter, and that makes sense. We shun violence. We pretty much just want to make money. And we are also rapid breeders. We reproduce at a very rapid rate because, well, when you're having fun and all the money, you tend to get frisky or something like that. Now, we went with a standard continental world that is called Alaria, or the star name is Alar, and our city is just a standard mammal one. Our advisor's voice will be the ruthless conglomerate, and our empire name is the Civil Syndicate, because we're kind of a syndicate once. I imagine that our background is kind of a thing like we made those as seen on TV products that went really well, and slowly but surely everything became super large business-like, and we just bought out a couple of governments and went on with that. Our ruler title will be an oligarch, and yeah, that's about pretty much it. This is our race. This is how we are going to conquer the stars, with money and profit. So we're gonna be default on all the game details. I don't want to mess around with it right now, and we're just gonna hit play and see what happens. And I've had a game crash. Be right back. Alright, and we're back in. I had a couple of more crashes, so I just decided to start when it worked. This is just a pre-release build. Something is wrong, and I think it might actually be on my side, but I'm not certain. But we are back in. In the eons since the first primitive Cevelli communities took shape in the meadows and the forests of Alaria, our civilization has spread and prospered. Our first governments were weak and inefficient, crime flourished, and over time the real power came to rest with a number of powerful crime syndicates. The largest of these developed into a business empire of unparalleled might, and all rivaling syndicates were gradually dealt with one by one. In a final act of consolidation, the old governments, existing in name only by now, were abolished, and the Syndicate emerged as the de facto ruling body of our homeworld. Now, after the discovery of the Hyperlane network, the finest mind of the Cevelli Syndicate have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. So apparently, we did really well with our as seen as TV as our front business, while in the back dealing in the more, well, darker shades of business. And eventually all the competition just kind of disappeared, shall we say, and here we are. Let's begin. Alright, so we have Alaria, and we have a pretty nice system. You can see we have a trade value, and there's some other stuff that we can improve in our system. So let's first take a look at the top bar, because a little bit has changed here. We know these three, these are normal, but now we have consumer goods. We need that for pubs because we can make stuff out of it and also makes them happy. Alloys are usually used for ships and star bases. And, well, we know influence, and now we have our research handling in a total number over here, and if we hover over, we can see what kind of differentiation there is in between them. And there are a couple of strategic resources, and you can see how much you're gaining per month and how much you have and everything like that. Also, we have an empire size thingy, and I don't know how much of this is from before because it has been a bit since I played, but I'm pretty sure this is also new, which kind of means like we can be only a certain size, and that's where our administrative cap actually helped. We are corporate, and with that we get plus 20 extra administrative cap. The private prospectors gave another 10, and pacifists as well, for a nice administrative cap of 70. If you go over it, you gain penalties on hiring leaders and everything like that. And this is how large we are, how many pubs we have, how many star bases we can have, and of course naval capacity. Now let's go to our research. Oh yeah, this bar is also new on the side. I actually like it a lot. But for our first research, I think getting more research out is better. Therefore, let's start with the quantum theory. And wow, both of them are resilient, so they will be along for the ride for a while. Then for society research, I do like more research better, but Unity is also really good. We make 10 now, that's a 20% gain, and gave us some extra, additional edicts, which cost energy instead of influence, and we're gonna be swimming around in energy, I hope, because we want to make money. And peaceful festivals, yeah, I think we're gonna go with planetary unification. We gotta celebrate that we became a big crime empire, right? And for engineering, who is maniacal, fine. I think once again we go for the extra research. Then again, powered exoskeletons does lead us down the robotic path, and we are fanatic materialists, so we probably will be building quite some robots. So let's go with that as well. All right. I think for the rest we will go through these things once they come up. One thing I do want to show is the market. If you're ever short or anything, or high, because there's a cap of 10,000 on all these goods, you can share them on the market by selling them or buying them. There's a market fee that is base of 30%, but our leader apparently reduces that. Is that because of her level? I don't know. Well, at least building costs will be reduced, district costs will be reduced, blended build speed increased, and we gain extra minerals. Oh, here for her agenda, we have a higher trade value and market fees are dropped. So the market is a useful tool if you need something, or you have too much of something and you want cash to share. Now let's go towards our imperial capital. This is entirely new, and to be honest, it kind of confused me in the beginning a little bit. You have housing, and I didn't completely understand how to get more housing. There's a building here, buildings, and you can have a luxury housing. Where is it? Ah, luxury residence, which give 3 housing and 5 amenities. But you need 5 pops every time to get 3 housing. It was a bit weird. I came to the conclusion that these districts are also a thing you can actually build. We have a size 19 planet. That means we can build 19 districts in total. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, and apparently 4 of these as well, which is a total of 9, 10 left. So with this, if we build this, you get 5 extra housing and 1 clerk job, which we'll get to in a bit. So you can use these buildings for more specialized stuff. Now you also have generator districts, mining districts, and agricultural districts, and they have give a little bit of housing and a little bit of jobs for these basic 3 goods. We're going through our population. We can see we're growing. We are rapid breeders, so we get 10% extra. And apparently we are also a little bit authoritarian. Interesting. But these are the jobs. Our rulers are our executives, and they produce just plain for Unity 10 amenities and 10 trade value. And our specialists, they do a bit more of a more complicated job. These artisans, for example, convert some of our minerals into those precious consumer goods that we need. Metallurgists make alloys, our researchers use some consumer goods to make some research, and our grunt workers, our clerks, they make amenities and trade value, farmers make food, miners make minerals, and technicians make energy. So that's how this kind of changed. You can, if you have slots open in different kind of places, you can change that. Right now we have 28 jobs and 28 pops. So there is still some work to be done. And these are tile blockers. Well, if we, for example, clear one of these this sprawling slum, This region is covered by a vast shanty town and slums filled with the poorest of the outcast. If we clear it, we actually get a pop from that. These are just blocking at the moment these two lost styles. So they're not completely important to actually remove, because in the moment we're not even close to getting there. So yeah, that's about it. And if there are rare features, you can also see it, but that's not the case right now. Alright, first things first. Let's go back into our system, and we want our construction ship to probably get this one going. Or do we want extra minerals? Well, we have a pretty big stack of minerals coming in, so that's fine. Let's build a research station. And at the moment, our energy credits will actually go up, I believe, once we unpass the game, because we have trade value here. And trade value is something we were producing as well. And if you go to our policies, and then we have a trade policy. Trade is an important source of prosperity and brings in a great deal of resources for our empire. We must decide where these resources are best directed. We are currently at wealth creation. For every trade value collected, we earn 1 energy credit. We can also make it half an energy credit in 0.25 consumer goods or 0.15 unity. Right now, I think we're going to go with wealth creation. So that's the thing that you can specify what you want. And I think that's not completely calculated from the beginning, because we are a corporate empire and all that cool stuff. Our place in the galaxy is over here. And I'm just going to go and see what this branch leads off to. So, survey. And time to up the speed and unpause the game. So our military ships can't go exploring for us. We need a fully crewed science ship to explore a system we have no intel on. We have no intel on any of these places. And you did see indeed that our energy credits got a big spike. Beautiful. So we're good on energy for a while. Oh right, and that's an ocean world. I have no clue how ocean world... Oh, that's actually very habitable. So we might actually be expanding towards our next planet fairly quickly. We have a shipyard over here, which is the Alara station, and stations are now centered around, well, the center star, so Alara A, because we are in not a binary, but I think you call it the triary system? I'm not sure. But yeah, we have 3 stars in our system. That's pretty cool, actually. I like it. But the stations are centered around the main star in the system. And we have a shipyard here, which would classify this as a shipyard, together with a trade hub, which means that in every adjacent, well, this one not, but every adjacent system where there's trade value, this trade hub will pick that up and bring it to us. You can see some trade routes, and once we have somewhere else that actually has a star-based trade incoming, we can show off that a little bit more. And quick quarters, so our dock ships have less upkeep. Oh yeah, what I wanted to see is if we go to our shipyard, we can buy a private colony ship. A colony ship costs 200 food, 200 alloys, and 200 consumer goods. That's gonna take a while, but we can buy one for 500 credits. Because we have the private colony ship kind of thingy. And I think that's a lot better than this expensive beast. Because we're going to be swimming in credits. But first we need to survey the system and see if everything is okay.
Construction complete!
Oh, and I do love that sound. Construction completed. We have 100 alloys once again. And just go build a research station over here for more research. And what do we find here? So I do hope that this planet doesn't have any bad side effects or anything like that, because a nice early colony would be useful for us. We do have an notification here that we have an anti-slot on this planet, but most of the buildings cost, well, between 120, I think is the cheapest. No, 180 and 360 minerals. Something we don't have at the moment. But we make a fair amount of minerals, so we should be fine. And currently our job satisfaction, like we have, everybody has a job at the moment. And it's gonna be a while before we actually get another pop, so we're not in a rush to build something on there. That being said, getting more minerals of course isn't a bad idea. Afterwards, I think I want you to go to survey this system. And we are almost already at the 500 energy credits. And once it hits 500, I'm just gonna buy that private ship. Discovery of alien life. The ISS Hajum Degalant has made a startling find of Borobaba, a third A. The moon is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Alaria. This amazing discovery has silenced those who believe that we are alone in the universe. Although none of the alien creatures found on Borobaba 3A are sapient, it is likely only a matter of time before we encounter things that are. We get some science research from that. That's good.
Boom! We built something.
I do find that so entertaining. Boom, we built something. Now, we can't build a outpost over there yet to claim this system, but we will soon. We have some energy credits left in this system at the moment, but we are in such a big positive that I'm going to just leave it there for now and just go over there first. The Cevelli Syndicate is abuzz with news of alien organisms discovered some time ago. While far from intelligent, there is life out there. That is indeed intriguing.
Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
Alright, so we have completed our exploration of that system. Now we can build an outpost which costs influence and alloys. It is expensive, but worth it. And we did pass the 500 mark. So let's get a private colony ship with our pops on our way. We should probably just take a look at this planet first if it's actually worth it. It has one tile blocker that will block agricultural districts. Yeah, it is an ocean world, so it's not perfect, and poor quality minerals, so we don't want to put like a lot of mining on here, but this seems like a perfect candidate for a first colony. And luckily that's pretty early for us as well. I like it. So another thing that I've been thinking about is perhaps we need another science ship. We have a lot of credits. Oh, do we want to have a habitable world survey? I think that's a commendable initiative. I always like this
Log
event
updated.
check. And getting another science ship out there will probably help with that quest as well. Also, we just want to find habitable worlds. We want to find places where we can put our pops down and just go live there. Let's see. Well, we're first on building the colony ship, and science ships also cost alloys, and alloys are a semi-precious commodity. There's not that much of it. We're gaining 8 per turn, and of course we always can buy some on the market, but the market that's
construction complete.
25 alloys is 125 energy credits. Well, this construction is complete. I would like you to build a research station here. And we need some more minerals. Well, soon we will be able to build something. We can take a look what we want to build. And I did say alloys are a little bit in a desperate commodity. And we can build a research lab or something that makes entertainers switch consumer goods into Unity and amenities.
We built something.
Let's pause for a second. Because we're checking what we want. I also like the commercial zones, which give trade value and amenities, which is pretty much money and happiness for everybody. And it gives 5 jobs, but we're gonna go with the alloy foundries soon. Not yet, because we only have 400 minerals. This is 360, and this construction ship also needs something to do. Alright, so we also are picking up life signs coming somewhere within the interior of this asteroid. So the anomaly is level 2, our science is not that great, so it takes 60 extra days, but I think it's worth it anyway. And we found some trade value in this system as well. Now we only have a pull range of 1 at this moment because of a trade hub over here. Later on we can build another trade hub over here perhaps, and pull on this trade range from this base as well. Or perhaps we'll build another star base or upgrade this one for example and build a trade hub on it so we can pull that trade away as well. But that's gonna be it for our first episode. We are almost ready to settle our first world, and that's good, that's quick, and I like it. I hope you like this video, and I'm gonna record a bunch back to back, so there won't be much that I can do if you suggest it in the comments, but always do point out where I missed stuff, because I will miss a lot. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.